Jackie Franchuli joining us from FightingGators.com to break down the 2018 Florida recruiting class and Florida football in general. I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel where we talk to the best bloggers, broadcasters, and writers like Jackie on a regular basis every day, 24/7, 365 college football. And of course, Florida football fans, SEC fans, if you just love college football and try to keep track of the big programs, check out Jackie's work at FightingGators.com. Jackie, Dan Mullen wasn't the big splash hire that some Florida fans wanted initially, but the fit seems to be almost perfect. Of course, his value there in the SEC, having proven himself with less resources, less of a recruiting base there at Mississippi State, doing well in the SEC Western Division, then coming where he has more to work with at Florida, and then, of course, his ties to the Gators. So I got to think this is a win-win. Am I thinking in not missing anything in particular there where this maybe isn't the best thing for Florida football?
I actually thought he would be the best candidate at Florida from the get-go. I thought Dan Mullen and Willie Taggart were the two targets that they should have gone after. I didn't think Chip Kelly would have fit personality-wise with Florida just because of all the noise that we heard after Jim McElwain. A lot of dirt came out of the stuff between the administration, Jim McElwain, how he didn't get along with everybody. And I thought Chip Kelly would have been not the best option for Florida in that regard. Obviously, offensively, he would have done 40, 50 points and people would have been excited. But I thought Dan Mullen had the pedigree. He won under Tim Tebow. There's this Heisman trophy of his, the statue right in front of the stadium. So obviously, it's a guy who had the last successful quarterback at Florida. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why it's here. Because right now, if you ask any Florida fan, they will tell you they just want to win and just want an offense that scores points. One of the ways that scores points is to develop a quarterback. Dan Mullen can do that. He developed Alex Smith, developed Dak Prescott, developed Nick Fitzgerald, developed Tim Tebow. So this is a guy that has the resume that Florida wants. So I think he is honestly the best fit right now. Now, the one thing I think he's also done is he's also brought in good recruiters as well. I think that's the one thing that he has done. I think Brian Johnson out of Houston, I think that was a very, very good get to bring in. Obviously, they've worked together previously. He also developed Dak Prescott as a quarterback's coach at Mississippi State. So I think with the assistants that he's bringing in the enthusiasm. Come on, when he got out of the plane the first day he was named the head coach, he started doing the big jumps right out of the plane. He showed his 2 national championship rings at the airport lobby to people. This is a guy who wants to be here, and I think that's something that I think Florida fans missed under Jim McElwain. Jim McElwain never seemed like he fit the place, while Dan Mullen is all about the Gators, all about enthusiasm, and he's bringing relentless effort. That was the key phrase that he had during his opening press conference, and he's been doing it very well, and fans seem to be buying in. I think they even forgot that they were in the running with Chip Kelly or Scott Frost.
Yeah, it really feels as though he wasn't just taking the bigger paycheck and what is considered to be the bigger job, because I think few programs would have allured him away from Mississippi State. He truly seemed happy there, content, and enjoying himself, and it took the right job to take him away from Starkville. Of course, as you mentioned and allude to, Florida trying to replace Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow for the longest time. Will Grier, unfortunately, suspended after a 6-0 start. He seemed to be the one guy that had the potential to fit the bill on the offensive side. And Jim McElwain, surprisingly to me, was never able to find the quarterback, select the right one, develop him, and get him ready to play high-level football. And it just never worked out there, considering his pedigree and what he had achieved elsewhere.